Hello again, everyone. Scoons Comics here with another exciting, also thrilling comic book haul. Yes, howdy do. How is everyone? I realized I have not made a video since before Christmas, and I said, oh no, that's not good. I just really haven't had many new books, man. The winter has been slow and cold and lacking in comic book shows and new stuff at my local comic shops. It's just been a real little slag here. But I have finally have a pretty good sized stack of goodies over here, so I wanted to show them all to you guys. So again, since I haven't talked to you since before Christmas, I got some goodies for Christmas. I got the Marvel Encyclopedia. Look at this thing. I could kill a man with this. This thing is thick, but that's awesome. You know, I didn't set up where I'm going to put things. I am still organizing this room, trying to put it together. That's what I was just doing as I started this video, and I said, I need to shoot a video. So I've again put off organizing and said, I'll go on YouTube. My local Ollie's always, Ollie's recently has gotten a lot of comic books in, like those 5-packs or 10-packs or whatever. A lot of stuff from the 90s and the 80s. Nothing I really wanted, but pretty cool stuff if you're looking to get books on the cheap for like $5. Check your local Ollie's. And also check them for omnibuses, because they pop up and people grab them. Scalpers out there, man. But I grabbed She-Hulk from Dan Slott. This is She-Hulk Volume 1. Pretty much, I think, collects the whole dang run of Dan Slott, if I'm not mistaken. This got a lot of buzz back in the day as a fun book, a well-read, well-written book. So I wanted to pick that up. I think I only paid something ridiculous, less than $30 for this, and it originally retailed for $100. So heck yeah. I'm trying to bring the energy, but it is Sunday morning. I've got my coffee. Shout out Captain Strangelife, great channel. He's always got his coffee or tea or an adult beverage. Also for Christmas, I love these things. The American Comic Book Chronicles, the 1980s. This is from the Tomorrow's publishing people that do Back Issue Magazine, Alter Ego Magazine. They do these real great deep dives to all the decades of comics, and here's the 80s. So this has been a lot of fun to go through. There's the back with the Ninja Turtles. Love it. Great stuff. Thank you for Christmas gifts, one and all. I also got a really cool art piece from my daughter, Sydney. She made me this great Scoons Comics piece that I'm going to show, hopefully as the thumbnail for this video, but it looks great. I just don't know where to put it yet, but it looks great, and I'm really excited about it. Thank you, Sydney, if you're watching. Okay, so here's some random things that I've gotten. My wife got me this. This is Jamera Star. This is local Notre Dame football running back Jeremiah Love, and he came out with a comic book. So these have been all over town. So she got one of these somewhere, and it came home with me. So, hey, local stuff, football. Who doesn't love football? Who doesn't love comics? Combined, awesome. I think this is the only thing I've bought from a comic shop besides new books in the last several months. Brave and the Bold 61, featuring Starman and Black Canary, with the origin of Golden Age Starman. I like the Starman 90s series a ton. It's one of my favorite stories of all time, so I enjoy anything kind of Starman related. This is not in the best of shape. Paid $7 for it, which for me is a lot of money. So, I don't know, pretty cool. Oh boy, I got some weirdo purchases that I made off eBay. I'm always collecting Death of Superman. I can't stop collecting things related to the Death of Superman. And this is Adventures of Superman 4.99, the San Diego Comic-Con convention exclusive. Look at that. But this, and I have the regular version of this. But this is the chromium version or whatever it's called, foil, I don't know. Fanboy Prime tipped me off that this was a thing. I didn't want to pay for one, so it's been on my watch list on eBay. Somebody put one up for like 20 bucks. And that's still probably overpaying, but I wanted it, so I have it. Look how shiny it is. Ooh, boy. I like shiny. Next couple are ones I've been wanting for a long time, been on my eBay save searches lists, and I've always been looking for a decent price. Transformers Generation 2 Halloween Special Edition. This was a free giveaway, and it's just paper. Like, it's like a little 8-page paper, like it's nothing, right? Just newsprint that they gave away. I don't even know where they all gave this away. I wanted to say KB Toys, but I don't know if that's right. But this was a giveaway, and I needed it to complete my Marvel Transformers run technically. But this thing can go for like $100, $50, so anywhere in between. I found one at a decent price finally, and I said, I want this stupid thing. So now I have it. Hooray. And then I got another giveaway. Marvel Collector's Edition Ghost Rider Hot Pursuit #1. KB Toys exclusive. This was a giveaway, of course, at where? KB Toys. Which young people have no idea what that even is. But I needed this to complete my Ghost Rider collection from the 90s Marvel run. Now I have it. Yay. Peace in the Valley. That's a pretty nice little story, actually. This is not in the best of shape, but I didn't need one to be mint. I just wanted a copy, so. Cool. Oh, Tom Ryan, the wonderful Tom Ryan. Check out his channel. He sent me this, continuing my Death of Superman collection. DC Direct Currents #57. This is a preview for DC Comics stuff. And look right here. This is the start of the Death of Superman storyline, the first appearance of the villain Doomsday. Just previewing that. It's not really his first appearance, but man, that's awesome. So in the minutia of collecting, this is a really neat thing. I've got a couple more of these I need to get that show the storyline, just little preview books. So I'm looking forward to finding more of those. Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much. Okay, I think the rest of this stack is all from Half Price Books. Half Price Books was, I kept having a deal where I'd go into Half Price Books, and I kept timing it beautifully, sort of, in that I walked in and I saw the staff sorting comic books. And I said, howdy do. I am the psycho that is here all the time. Can I go through those books? And each and every time they said, no. Because the young lady that is in charge of the comics, she had been on vacation. So they were just putting everything off to the side. Curses. So I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for weeks and weeks and weeks for them to put new stock out. So I go in all the time like a crazy person on my lunch hour, and there'd be nothing. But then Treasure Trove, a bunch of them all hit. And I showed up on like a Tuesday afternoon, and I don't know if anybody had gone through them yet, but I got a lot of cool stuff out of it. So, ooh, I just shook the whole table. Pardon me. Okay. So a lot of these were like, I think this is something. I'll buy it for $2. Amazing Spider-Man volume. I have no idea. Issue 568. This is a cameo appearance of Anti-Venom. I know nothing of Anti-Venom. This is probably something I'll just hold on to and then flip because it goes for a few bucks. And then the first full appearance is in 569, but it has a different cover that features the character that's more valuable, but these were both in there, so I picked them up. They had a lot of Batman. Batman that I enjoyed from the Tom King run. This is probably my favorite book out of that run. Batman 37, Double Date. This is awesome. This is Bruce Wayne, Clark Kent, Lois Lane, and Selina Kyle all on a wacky double date. They go to like a carnival. It's pretty cool. I really enjoy books where characters just sit around and talk. It's not the most visually exciting thing, but I like when characters are just chatting. So this is a lot of fun, and I was glad to grab a second copy of this. Also picked up Batman 77, The Death of Alfred Pennyworth. which is still held up. Alfred Pennyworth is still dead. This is, gosh, years ago now, at least 5 years ago. So it's a book that's worth a couple bucks. I picked it up for $2. They also had, man, I thought they had the whole thing. They had almost a complete run of the New 52 Batman. This is the first thing I saw when I got there. And I was like, am I going to buy this whole run? Not that it's my favorite run. I picked up the trade for Court of Owls, Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's, that's his last name? I think that's right. Court of Owls. Can't pronounce it. Anyway, which is a really cool story, but I didn't know if I really needed the entire run. And then they were missing a few random issues, not keys, but a few random issues. And then I didn't want to have the whole thing except for a couple missing. So I kind of cherry picked here. So issue 1 and 2. So I got the storyline for the Court of Owls. Issue 3. These are all $2 a piece. Actually, they were less because I had a coupon for 10% off this whole thing. So I don't know what I paid when all is said and done. Issue 4, 5, and 6. This is the real first appearance of the whole Court of Owls. This one goes for a bit of money, so that was a cool pickup. I got issue 21, which I think is the first appearance of Duke Thomas, who would become kind of like the new Robin, a new Robin-esque character named Signal. I have no idea what they're doing with him in comics now, and I read Batman, and I have no idea where Duke Thomas is. I picked up issue 40, which has a really cool cover. This is the quote-unquote death of both Batman and the Joker. I don't know. Picked up issue 43, first appearance of Mr. Bloom, and then his origin in issue 44. So those were all really cool things to find. I find this every time I go to Half Price and there's new books, because that tells you how popular it was and now is not. Spawn number 9, first appearance of Angela. This is my 7,000th copy of this, so whenever this becomes super valuable, I'm set for life. Picked up Flashpoint number 1, start of that big event. They had that in there for a couple bucks. I picked up all these Dark Knight's death metal tie-in books where it features all these Batman characters. Batman, the Red Death. This is like the big one that people like, where he becomes the Flash. I picked up Murder Machine. These are kind of fun if you're in the right mood. What is this? The Merciless. I don't even know what the hell that is. I didn't pick these all up when I was reading Batman. I kind of got tired of this storyline, but, you know. Frankly, I kind of lost my head when I bought all these. I was just excited there were new books, and I just start grabbing. So this is The Drowned. And here's Batman Lost. I'll probably just sell these all as a lot. Batman, the Batman Who Laughs, which was a popular character, but is a really stupid design. Batman the Devastator. And Batman Dawnbreaker. I also picked up... So, the half-price people were not letting me see books ahead of time. Then the nice young lady who, again, runs the comics came back from vacation. She saw me looking at books, walked right over and was like, oh my gosh, I haven't gotten a chance to put the more new stuff out. I've got a bunch of X-Men books and a bunch of the popular titles. Would you like me to wheel them out? Yes, I would. Thank you very much. I'm always very polite and very thankful, and I fall over myself thanking these people. But that's the kind of service I deserve. By God, I'm there every other day. She put me on the payroll. So she wheeled all these out, and there was really nothing I wanted, but I felt bad that she wheeled all these books out for me. So I bought a couple of X-Men books that I needed for my collection. Uncanny X-Men 162. And 234 with this classic Mark Silvestri cover. And then they had a couple more books from the previous time I was there. Who cares? I got a couple more books from them. I got Green Lantern 39. First appearance of Agent Orange here. What is his name? Like Lafreze? Kind of a wacky Daffy Duck character that I was always looking for the first appearance and picked it up. This was when I recognized the cover. So the last few here are my bigger books. I do a lot of air quotes this episode. I knew this was something, and I was like, I don't know whose first appearance this is, but it's something. Original Sin, Amazing Spider-Man #4, first appearance of Silk. I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea who Silk is. I know it's someone in the Spider-Verse. I don't read Spider-Man in the last several decades. I feel the books become very watered down. The characters very derivative. There's just Spider Kids and Spider Punks and Gwen Stacy spiders and Spider McSpiderface, and it's too much spiders for me. So, but I'm not going to turn down a first appearance that's worth a few bucks. Finally had to pay like $2 for it. So, cool. And then speaking of that, I'm flipping through these, and there was Amazing Spider-Man 360 Newsstand Edition. First appearance of Cletus Cassidy, Carnage. And I said, oh, well, as I'm looking at this and I'm checking out the condition, I'm like, oh, man, too bad there's not 361. And I look down, 361, first Carnage, Newsstand. This is like the 4th copy of this I've pulled out at half price in the last year, which is amazing. That's a fantastic book to get for $2. I know it's not as hot as it was a few years ago, but it just makes me really wonder, who are the people that are selling all their books at my local half price? Because they're clearly comic collectors. Like, the rest of the run of Amazing Spider-Man wasn't there, but the first appearance of Carnage was, so they collected that. Why would you not, even if you just threw everything on a lot on eBay, you'd make more money than you would just selling it at half price. I mean, I'm glad they're selling it, because it's good for me, but why? Fascinating. Anyway, awesome books to get if you're just patient and keep hunting and hunt and hunt and hunt some more. You find some books. Yay. I've got 2 comic book shows coming in the next 3 weeks, so that'll be exciting. A chance to dig, find some goodies, hopefully make a new video. But that's what I got this time, people, and I'll be back. Take care.